Live. Oh, halo, halo, halo. Selamat pagi. Kok pagi sih? Iya, selamat pagi dari Paris. Di sini baru jam 11 pagi. Iya, 11.02. Apa kabar? Jakarta ya? Jakarta apa kabar Indonesia? Hai, halo, ada Didit. Halo dari Kupang. Oke. Jadi kita sekarang selamat datang di live, di IG live. Aku jarang banget ya live ya. Dan Mbak Anggun greeting dari Bandung. Halo Bandung. Oh, dari Palu. Ya itu dia. Kita bentar lagi mau ngomongin tentang Palu. Jadi begini, hari ini, pagi ini di Paris, aku mau ngobrol dengan Bapak Presiden Direkturnya PNG Indonesia, namanya Pak Elvi Vaidyanathan. Tapi percakapannya akan dengan bahasa Inggris. Jadi ini untuk follow up tentang yang konser charity yang setahun yang lalu aku bikin di Jakarta. Dan aku pengen tahu gimana sih sekarang. Soalnya kan waktu itu waktu itu konser yang kita bikin, semua hasil dari penjualan tiketnya disumbangkan untuk membantu edukasi di Indonesia, terutama di Palu dan Donggala yang waktu itu sangat tertimba ada tsunami, ada gempa, ada bencana alam. Jadi sekarang saya cuma mau sambil baca. Makasih ya, makasih semua. Mince, je suis français. Bah oui, Indonesian, iya. Aneh nggak sih setiap kali kalau aku ngomong atau bikin posting di Instagram dengan bahasa Perancis yang protes orang Indonesia? Kalau aku nulis bikin posting pakai bahasa Inggris, diprotes sama orang Perancis dan orang Indonesia. Dan kalau posting dengan bahasa Indonesia diprotes oleh orang Perancis dan yang lain-lain. Nggak ada yang seneng. Oke, so ini gimana ya? Go live. Oh, Pak Elvi-nya sudah datang. Oke, let's go live. Pak Elvi. Nungguin Pak Elvi. Oh, hi!
Hello. Good to see you, Anggun.
Good to see you. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. So I had just started the live and I have been talking to myself. It's a bit weird. It's an exercise that I'm not really fond of. So it's nice to have you. So what time is it? It's like 5 o'clock in Jakarta. You're in Jakarta, right?
That's right. I'm in a coffee shop close to my house. Unfortunately, there's no one here, so I just decided to sit and do this chat in a coffee shop.
That's nice. So the shops are still kind of open in Jakarta.
Yeah, the shops are open, but the traffic is very, very low. So people are still pretty skeptical about getting out and being, yeah.
Well, here it's a bit sad because we're on our second lockdown. So shops are closed. Like, you can only find supermarket, but only small ones, and pharmacies. Other than that, restaurants or shop are closed. So schools are open though.
Oh, okay. It's a very different one. We've also gone through two phases of lockdown, but the schools have been closed now for a good 9 months now.
Oh
So
yeah, that must be really really hard. So let's get on with it. So I was just telling the viewers that I'm going to talk to you about. Well, especially it's been a year now since I've seen you. Since the concert that I did in Jakarta.
I actually want to thank you for that, because I think it really started this movement. We got a lot of participation for that, and we raised quite a good amount of money to rebuild
Yeah.
schools in Palu and Donggala.
Yeah, I was extremely actually above everything else. I put our partnership very close to my heart. For me, PNG is not just a brand family that I endorse, but it's a partnership. It's like a marriage, really. I mean, we've been in this. I've been with the PNG family since 12 years, so it's very important to me. And then knowing that PNG has allowed me to do the concert, and then to have the benefit of the concert to actually give away to give it back to those who are in need. And it's thank you for that opportunity, really.
No, I'd like to thank you again. First of all, as you rightly said, 12 years it's been we've been working together on our biggest brand, and it's one of the most loved brands in Indonesia.
In
Actually,
Indonesia, yeah.
one in every two households actually use Pantene, and you have been endorsing that for the last more than 12 years now. So thank you for that. But
No,
more
I mean,
importantly,
my hair needs it.
more importantly, I think it's we've been here for about 30 years, and we always, in whichever country we go, we try to be first a force for good and then a force for growth. And
Yeah.
for us, there was no better way to celebrate our 30 years than to work with children. And I mean, we had done some work when the tsunami had struck Palu and Donggala. But we always felt that, it's the rebuilding which takes a lot of commitment. And this is where we went back again. Actually, it's just a year exactly to the date that we went with about 30 volunteers there. And I mean, I have to tell you the story. If you go into those schools, the schools actually don't even have more than 50% of the room in which they are don't even have a wall. It's that kind of a
Oh,
place
really?
where
So
students are.
it's like an
It's just a
outdoor school?
few desks, there's a roof, and the rest of it is just plastered with paper and that kind of environment there, and that's where they were learning. And it was a moving. I have to say, I've been here for more than 2.5 years. Those 3 days that I spent in Palu and Donggala really moved me. The kind of devastation that nature can wreak on these on the society. But again, I think we worked this thanks to you. We were able to raise the money. We've been able to actually work with more than 100 schools. Unfortunately, they're not yet open, and hopefully
Yeah.
they will. The one thing which we have also done is to actually create washing stations, so that and people
Washing
can,
station.
once they come back, they
Okay.
can use.
Thank you.
There's a lot more focus on hygiene as well. So once again, thanks a lot, Anggun.
No,
We
no,
could have
no,
not
no,
done
no.
this without your support.
No, I'm really honored to again that PNG had allowed me to do this. But mostly I thank also the people who bought tickets for the concert, and thanks to them, we're able to finance all this school buildings. And I really wished I could be there and see it with my own eyes, because I've only seen the videos that you guys sent me. And I've seen the kids how they were, extremely happy to actually have some kind of structure, and the fact that they can learn again. That's probably the most important part, because as we all know, kids need to have their time. Well, kids need education, but they also need to have their social life. It's we are social beings, so we need to have interaction with others. And the fact that what happened in life deprived them from having that, it really breaks my heart. So so what's the next step now? Because you said that you've been working to build about 100 schools.
Yeah, we have been able to work about 100 schools is what we have worked on, and we will close this by December. So about year and a half that we have worked in rebuilding these schools. The impact's roughly about 3,000 odd students. But our partnership with Save the Children and our commitment to the cause of helping children continues to remain. We have been working with Save the Children even in West Java for even much before this as well. So one of the things that we have been doing is work in schools to make those schools inclusive for children. Especially one of the things that we see in many schools is that they're not very friendly when it comes to keeping girls in their schools, and that kind of causes more dropouts of girls in these schools. And so we've been working that over the last many years. But what we have now seen is,
I'm sorry, they're not very friendly with girls.
No, the learning environment is not very friendly for girls. So simple things like, I mean, you don't have hygiene facilities for girls, and so on and so forth. So so we've been working with the schools, we've been working with their parents, and we've also been working with the government to retain the girls in the school by providing better learning environments. But again, what has now happened is that with the pandemic, obviously the economic impact has been huge. So families expect children to actually supplement their income. So the risk of dropouts is very high. We estimate that it will be more than 1 million children between 13 and 15 who will drop out of school.
Well, actually, it's kind of similar in France as well. I mean, I just found that out that actually school dropouts, ever since the first lockdown, are actually real issues about. And it's also concerned more girls than boys. About 20% of students in France, they can't go to school due to economic challenges. So it's really we really, I mean this is France, school is mandatory, and but because a lot of people are, the families, they lost jobs, and so they can't really just have everything and at hands, and then they'd rather have the kids at home. And I don't know, it's just it's really breaking my heart. And especially again, education is every child's right, and so whatever it is that we can help to promote education and to keep children at school, I'm really up for it.
Yeah, we just launched this initiative called Compact, again partnering with Save the Children.
What is that Compact?
So again, what we found was, because of the pandemic, and the risk of school dropouts, one is of course the economic side of it. The other one is teachers are finding it hard to work in this new environment of teaching and keeping students engaged in a virtual environment, right? So so that's becoming a challenge as well. So Compact essentially is a volunteering program it's the largest volunteering program that we've had PNG, and first batch we've got about 100 volunteers who are working with parents and with teachers to address these issues that is being faced right now. Whether it is digital divide or whether it is reinforcing the importance of education even in tough times, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
Compact, that's nice. Okay, so I'm actually, again, it's for me to hear all this, it gives me a lot of good hope, But at the same time, I'm a little bit frustrated because I'm not there, because I really would love to be physically involved in this. And thank you for PNG. Thank you for Save the Children. I know that they're really committed in this program as well, and so I know that we're trying to save one child at a time, trying to erect one school at a time. So it's really, it's bringing a lot of good hope. So I guess now we can, I don't know, should we get some questions from people?
Yeah, absolutely.
You up for it? Let me see. Is there some questions? Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello. They're just saying hello for now. But oh yeah, I have a question for you. Actually, can people like outside of Save Children or PNG, can they actually volunteer?
Yeah, actually, first I wanted to once again thank you, Anggun, for both our long association and a large heart that you have to work on these causes. It goes beyond just the brand, endorsing the brand, but also how to be a force for good. I'm sure at some point in time things will be better, and I'm looking forward to hosting you here, and we all looking forward to that, and hoping to take you to some of the places where we do this work along with Save the Children. The second is, I do want to, it is a shout out to Save the Children as well. Despite the pandemic, their commitment to helping the children, saving the children one child at a time, as you rightly said, continues to be unwavering, and that's an organization which has been there for more than 100 years. Now, coming to your question on can others come and volunteer? Absolutely. The more hands we can get, the better it is. It's just that we've just started the process of the volunteering, the virtual volunteering, and talking to, mentoring both parents and teachers. As we finish the first wave, I guess we will have, more learnings on how we can do this. And then we will come back to kind of share what the second wave looks like and so forth. But anyone who is interested, we will need the volunteers to help the crisis at this point in time.
We always need a pair of hands, another pair of hands.
Absolutely, a large heart and a pair of hands.
Yeah, exactly. So, but where can they actually check on that information? Where to? Should they go to a PNG or Save the Children website or anything to get some kind of information on where to volunteer?
Yeah, we can actually please do direct them to us, and we will take all of that from PNG side, and then we'll work that with Save the Children.
Okay, wonderful. So I think I saw some questions about the next program. So that would be the next program, Compact, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And I also, if they could, some people saying hi from Palu. Oh, some people would like to volunteer. So there you go. PNG Open Volunteer. Yes, of course, because some people actually have already worked with children during this traumatic time. And there are also people who asked if we're about to hold another charity concert. Well, I mean, I miss singing. I miss doing concerts, but obviously, right now it's just super complicated to do anything. But yeah, as soon as we can do something, we can travel again, or then yes, I would love to.
No, we'd love to partner once again, Anggun, which is, I guess, we'll just look for better times when we can do something together. The virtual one is a bit difficult, but I'm sure we can help, and we can partner together in I don't think it is just a one-off thing. I think this cause will continue to remain, and it'll be a wonderful partnership. We really look forward to it.
Maybe we can also do outside of Jakarta, you know, with some
Absolutely.
else where it's. Oh, somebody said my hair looks good. Yes, thank you very much. Well, is there any? There's also some questions about how are we holding on during this pandemic? How you being the president of PNG in Indonesia, how have you been, you know, dealing with that big company and working from home? It must
I
have
guess I think it'd be good for Anggun for you to actually share how you've been doing over the last 7-8 months. I think, and then I'll share, you know, what we are doing as a company.
Well,
I guess that'll be far more, your story will be far more interesting than ours for sure.
no, because my life compared to, I mean, it's just basically everything is slows down. You know,
Yeah.
for me, it's just really about taking my time now, enjoying my time. I've never had any time to do anything or just to catch up with sleep, even sometime, or reading books or watching movies. And now I find myself doing all that. Plus, you know, with the bonus of spending time with my family, with my husband and daughter. So it has its that's the highlights for me. I mean, I can only see it from the positive side, but other than that, of course, I miss traveling, I miss singing, I miss seeing my fans, and all I miss all aspects of my work. But you have to work every day from home, and must be challenging as well.
Yeah, it's been tough. I have to be honest on this one. I think it's now a good 9 months or coming close to it. We had three priorities essentially. The first one is to keep our people safe. I think we've done a reasonably good job at that because we've ensured that, you know, the health and safety protocols are well maintained in places where people need to come. So that's number one, and also provided them the education that's needed to make sure that people continue to stay safe and stay healthy. So that's been the first priority. The second one is, as I said, you know, PNG brands like Pantene, which you have been endorsing, are loved ones, and they are basically needed by the consumers. So, you know, so we've had to keep our production facility going, and we've made sure that, again, you know, our products are available for the consumers. So that's been our second priority. The third one is that we have worked with the community as well. So one of the things that we did was to partner with Ministry of Health and Indonesian Doctors Association at the time when, because the frontline workers were seriously in need of personal protective equipment. And at that time, this was around March, April, and it was difficult to get these gears. The good news again was that we had access to suppliers in China who could provide that. So we were amongst some of the first companies to actually help Ministry of Health. But of course, we've now had many companies come forward to help the frontline workers. And I just, my heart goes out to them because there's a serious, serious risk that they are taking to help the patients at this point in time. So they are really the unsung heroes, if you will, in the last 8-9 months.
Yeah, but again, I think in this tough time, everything that we can do to kind of help build or just to be a moral support for each other, it's really the time where we have to check on each other. I think if we personally can't do that with the world, we have to be able to do that with the world that surrounds us. You know, starting with our own family, neighbors, or just those who are close to us. I think it's really. I have the feeling that we are going to change. I mean, we are changing already mentalities, and we're kinder. I mean, I meet now. You know that Parisians are not known for being extremely polite or extremely warm-hearted. but now I feel like people are more into one another. They open their eyes more. I don't know. I guess they're more caring now because it's nice to know that we're not alone. That when you go outside, everyone wears masks, and it's just that life now with this new type of normalcy, and it's we're getting used to it. I don't know for how long. I'm still hoping that things will go back to normal or how it was before, but gradually we have all this good news about vaccines being tested, being found. And so, yeah, but in the meantime, I think what we can do is really to check on one another and try to see where we can help or, all that. So, well, again, with partners, with a huge partner like such as yourself and your company, it's certainly it's we can. I think we can make a lot of beautiful things together and give back to other people. Just it's again the charity concert last year. I think we the benefit was about 300,000. I still can't wrap my head around it, and it's just outpouring gratitude. I'm really thanking the fans for that and thanking PNG to make all this happen, and we're changing lives of a lot of people, and for that I'll forever be grateful. And anytime you need me to contribute to anything, I'm here, again.
Thank you once again, Anggun. I think again, the more I think about it, about what we have been able to do together and the magic that we've been able to create to touch and improve lives of children, I think it gives me goosebumps on the what we have been able to do. So I want to thank you for that. But I will take you up on the offer on continuing to help and being a force for good. I think there's a lot to be done in Indonesia.
And really, on a personal level, I wanted to thank you again for the fact that you're working in Indonesia and you're doing good for Indonesian people with Palu Donggala, and it's just again thank you.
Thank you once again, Anggun.
All right, so I think we should wrap this up, and I want to thank everyone who joined us. Much love. Oh, I see a lot of hearts. So yeah, there you go. Thank you, LB. I hopefully we're going to see each other soon, sometimes next year, next year.
I look forward to it. Anggun, do stay safe and healthy, and
you too.
Continue your great work that you've always been doing.
Thank you, and please send my regards to your wife that I met in Jakarta. Well,
thank you. Yeah, I will. I'll do that for sure.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone. Bye, LB. Thank you again. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.